Alright, we're going to make mayonnaise. I hope you can read that. I think you can. This is my recipe. 1 whole egg, cup of canola oil. You can use any kind of oil you want. Actually, this time around I'm using 50-50 canola and sunflower. Tablespoon of vinegar. I'm using this time preserving vinegar, which is a little bit stronger. You can use cider vinegar, whatever. Tablespoon of lemon juice. You can also mix and match your vinegar and your lemon juice. You need 2 tablespoons of some combination of those two. Half a teaspoon of salt. My recipe calls for a 1/4 teaspoon of dry mustard. I find that's way too much. I use more like 1/8 of a teaspoon. And 1/8 of a teaspoon of paprika. I probably use half of that. So, let's see. Alright, so I'm going to make it in this pot. You don't heat it or anything though. I tried it in my KitchenAid using the whisk and high speed, and it just wouldn't coagulate. It wouldn't come together properly. I also tried it in my regular blender and it wouldn't come together properly. Now I've had people tell me that it can be fussy when you do it those ways, and you got to add all the other ingredients first and then slowly drizzle in the oil and then it will coagulate properly, blah blah blah. I found an easier way to do it. Doesn't matter how I put the ingredients in or what have you. So I'm just going to measure them into this pot and show you the easier way that I found. Here is my vinegar. And now for my lemon juice. Lemon juice. Now here's my salt, my paprika, and my dry mustard. Of course it's stuck in there. Come on out. There we go. And my egg. I should have put that in first just in case I got any shell that I could more easily pick out. Alrighty, that's in there. And my oil, just dump it all in there. Like I said, this easier method, you don't have to worry about what order and how much and blah blah blah. So now we're going to whip this sucker up using my hand blender. And this is pretty amazing. If you watch this, how quickly, this is not time-lapse photography or anything like that. It's amazing how quickly this turns into mayonnaise. Watch this. Look at that. It's almost mayonnaise already. A couple seconds. Look at that. Just wonderfully thick mayonnaise. Really yummy. You can adjust spices as you wish. The paprika, the mustard powder is pretty standard for mayonnaise. You might want to vary the amount like I did. I used a lot less than try it with the 1/4 teaspoon. And see what you personally think of that amount. So now I'll just put this into a Tupperware style container in the fridge. It will keep certainly for weeks, no problem. Just keep your eye on it, whether or not it holds its gel. I can't remember the term for that, yeah, it'll keep for a long time. The lemon juice and the vinegar lowers the pH to the point where it makes it safe, because there's a raw egg in there. There's a minuscule chance of salmonella, but it's really quite minuscule. That's all there is to it. Wonderful mayonnaise. By the way, I had that unplugged before putting my finger through it. So there, I put it into a mason jar actually. That's about 2/3 of a mason jar. That's a 500 milliliter jar, so about 350 milliliters, or 1 1/3 cups maybe. Yeah, about 1 1/3. Really yummy, really easy to do. We'll store, certainly if we go through enough mayonnaise, this will keep in the fridge long enough for me to use it up, no problem.